started.
Okay, we're ready. Will the Disaster Resilience International Affairs and Planning Committee come to order? The time is now 9:03. If I can ask everyone to please silence their cell phones or other noise-making devices, that will help our cause. Members, under the Sunshine Law, if you are not in the council chamber, please identify by name who, if anyone, is in the room, vehicle, or workspace with you today. Minors do not need to be identified. Also, please see the last page of the agenda for information on meeting connectivity. My name is Tamara Paulton, and I'll be your chair for today's DRIP meeting. Also with us today is Councilmember Tom Cook, Aloha Kakayaka.
Good morning, Chair.
And online, we have Councilmember Tasha Kama, Aloha Kakayaka.
Aloha Kakahiaka Chair, and it's good to see everyone, although I'm coming in from home, and I am in my workspace and I am alone. Thank you.
Thank you. We also have Councilmember Kiani Rollins Fernandez, Aloha Kakayaka.
Aloha Kakahiaka Kako, my Molokai no Yahina. I'm at the Molokai District Office, alone on my side of the office, and we have our Community Outreach Specialist, Chantal Lindo, and my EA, Haulani Bella, on the other side of the office.
Thank you. And in the chambers, we have Councilmember Shane Sinensi.
Aloha kakayaka kako, mai oku nawaiha. There are no testifiers at the Hana District Office.
Thank you. And excused voting committee members at this time is Committee Vice Chair Nohelani Hodgins and Councilmember Yukile Sugimura. We do have two non-voting committee members in our chambers today. Aloha Kakahiaka, Council Chair Alice Lee.
Good morning, Chair and everyone.
Good morning. And Aloha Kakayaka, Councilmember Gabe Johnson.
Aloha Chair, Council members, community members, there's no testifiers at the Lanai District Office. Mahalo. Thank you so much.
Thank you. This meeting of the Disaster Resilience International Affairs and Planning Committee of the Maui County Council is located on the traditional aina of the Kanaka Oiwi, who never ceded their sovereignty to the United States. We recognize that Her Majesty Queen Liliuokalani yielded the Hawaiian Kingdom to the U.S. in duress, under threat of violence, to avoid the bloodshed of her people. We further recognize that Hawaii remains an illegally occupied nation-state by the United States, as documented in a 2021 scholarly article for the National Lawyers Guild Review by Andrew Reed, adjunct professor of law at the University of Denver, Stern College of Law. Generations of Kanaka Maoli and their knowledge systems have sustainably cared for Hawaii and continue to do so. We are grateful to occupy this space and learn the ways in which we can contribute. As a committee, we seek to support the varied strategies that the indigenous people of Hawaii are using to protect their land and their communities, and commit to dedicating time and resources to working in solidarity. Our committee staff for today, we have Committee Secretary Maria Leon, Legislative Analysts Paige Greco, Legislative Analyst Trainee Samantha Tank, Senior Legislative Analyst James Kruger, Legislative Attorney Richard E. Mitchell, Assistant Clerk Jean Pokipala. From Corporation Counsel, we have Corporation Counsel Victoria Hamilton Takayasu. Members, because we only have one item on the agenda today, I will have opening comments and presentations from department representatives. If potential council investigation relating to the August 2023 wildfires on Maui Island. Under Rule 7B of the Rules of the Council, the committee intends to discuss a potential council investigation relating to the August 2023 wildfires on Maui Island. The committee may discuss a potential council investigation relating to the August 2023 wildfires on Maui Island and other related matters. No legislative action will be taken. So, the main reason that I scheduled this item was that at the end of August, there was an incident in Ka'anapali where the sirens were sounded, and there wasn't good information about what was going on for folks. There was a County of Maui Facebook post that said level 3 evacuation go now, and then it named some obscure streets that a lot of people didn't know. And so with that occurring so close to the previous wildfire, the concern is, as a legislative body, any investigation should have a legislative purpose. And so the question is, what is our process for alerting people of how to evacuate and where to go and all of those things? So, anything that we post has to be posted a week in advance and drafted even before that. So at this time, the resolution on tomorrow's agenda is a little dated. We did invite the police chief, the fire chief, the emergency management administrator, and we did receive correspondence back from them that they will not be able to attend and answer questions because of the current ongoing lawsuit. We also did communicate with the Attorney General on if she had any objections to us conducting an investigation. So that correspondence is all online for anyone that would like to see what we sent out and what we got back. It's on mauicounty.us/agendas. And if you look at today's date, September 14th, under the Disaster Resilience International Affairs and Planning Committee meeting details, you can access all of those documents. But basically, the purpose is to kind of find out what are the emergency evacuation procedures and how they are, and if there needs to be legislative action going forward to kind of make people feel safer, that they will be notified if there's an emergency.
Wow.
And also, to kind of find out the procedures as roads are closed for safety issues, that there is still a way out for people. I guess you have to...
a bit too late.
In the moment or in the EOC, decide which danger is more and which is less to find people a way to get out of things.
Wow.
So that's pretty much the point of today's meeting, is to look at legislative solutions going forward as to how people will be notified of evacuations. And so part of it is knowing what the existing policy is. And I'm not sure. I know I can read to you a little bit of the letter that we received from the Attorney General, that she's in receipt of the letter dated September 6, 2023, about potential investigation. She appreciates us reaching out to her. She doesn't think this investigation would impede the investigators' ability to complete their investigation. And and she details the scope of the investigation in the event that we do not want to duplicate efforts. She remains committed to her investigation being unbiased, independent, and transparent. And she goes on to state the investigation will be completed in 3 phases, that she will issue the investigator's report at the end of each phase, along with the documents supporting their data and analysis. She does not intend to redact any material except under certain circumstances. For example, any material contained in the investigator's report or data that is the subject of a separate investigation or to protect the privacy of individuals. And by individuals, she doesn't mean state or county employees, individuals who have volunteered or agreed to be interviewed. Redacted material will be identified generally with a statement of the reason for the redaction. Fire Safety Research Institute has been selected to investigate government agency, state and county actions up to and during the first 24 to 72 hours of the fire and its aftermath. And there is an attached copy of the FSRI fact sheet. So phase 1 is fact-finding about how the fire incident unfolded. This phase will take approximately 3 months and include data gathering on important aspects of the incident. This phase will yield a comprehensive timeline to be the foundation of the analysis. Phase 2 is analysis of the data, determining how various fire protection systems functioned in this fire incident. This phase should be completed in approximately 6 months and will yield an incident analysis report that includes review of policies and actions of state and county agencies in preparing for and responding to the incident. And phase 3 would be best practices that incorporate additional data and recommendations for Hawaii to take action toward prevention. This phase will yield a forward-looking report to answer the question, how do we prevent this from happening again? It will include recommendations, strategies, and tactical considerations from subject matter experts. Once this phase is completed, approximately 12 months after the start of the investigation, a report of the findings and recommendations will be shared with the people of Hawaii. And to see if there's any questions, you can reach out to them. It's kind of a year time frame, and to me, anything can happen within that year. So if we can clarify policies and procedures related to evacuations for our public, or if they need to be legislated, that would be the primary reason for scheduling this meeting. I also wanted to state that this is not anything towards our frontline workers, our police, our fire, our public works, everyone that was in the field up to, during, and after the wildfires. There's no doubt in my mind that they did the best under their ability of what they were seeing and information that they had at the time available to them. We talked previously about the redundancy of communication systems, as communications were down during that time, and the need or to be able to rely on more than just one communication system. Personally, I'm aware of police, fire, public works, lifeguards, people that lost their own houses. So this is nothing about a conspiracy theory or they wanted to have the town burned down because they lost their own houses too. It's just about how to kind of restore trust that evacuations will happen in a timely and orderly fashion. And with that, if Ms. Takayoshi has any opening comments before we open for public